Mic, testing, one, two. A coffee and a tea today, so squared, basically, you can't get lost. So my name's Jason Bowes, was employed in 2010, so this nursery was new to Sunraysia, basically started after a drought and was focusing on the retail market with Bunnings and retail nurseries. And since we've developed and probably expanded, it's doubled in size. So I've been here for 12 years now and still going strong. We're quite busy and yeah, everything's good. We commercial grow citrus trees for growers. So the grower obviously buys the tree from us, plants it in the field and grows the produce. So our farm's not extremely big, it's only on a 20-acre block that we grow under hothouses and under shade houses, up to 300,000 trees. Citrus, mangoes, a little bit of mangoes that we dabble in the retail market, avocadoes and persimmons. So they're the 4 or 5 lines that we sort of focus on. You could probably say over the last sort of 5 years, there's been a few little niche things that are grown locally in Sunraysia. Like typically you couldn't grow mangoes in Sunraysia, it's more of a tropical sort of a northern Queensland type thing, but there is growers that are willing to take the risk. So the tree obviously gets bought from us and it really depends on the grower. So like when we first started, a lot of the growers were local, a lot of small blocks, so we had quite a few names on the books, but now there's a lot of investment from overseas. I'd say probably 80% of it's exportable fruit. The other 20% would be domestic market, so into Coles, Woolworths, Costco, Aldi, them sort of places, yeah. So my role, basically, I manage the whole nursery. We've got 8 permanent staff and, on a seasonal basis, sort of around from spring, summer and autumn, would sort of roll through maybe 15 casuals. My role is to basically keep them busy, obviously, and get the production tree that we're growing out the door. So each staff member probably gets 3 or 4 jobs a day. The nursery is quite different. It's not like a place where you come in, you're consistently doing the same job. Every day is a different day. We roll in at 7 o'clock, so we try and get here when the day sort of starts, the sun comes up, and we try and go home early. Some of these hothouses generally get about 3 or 4 degrees hotter than outside, so sunny Sunraysia can get up to 40, 44, 45 degrees, so they can get quite warm, so we try and knock off early, around 3 o'clock, 3:30. But yeah, so my role is, making sure this 150,000 trees or 300,000 seedlings as well are nice and happy. They need water, and they're a living thing, and they need to be topped up and looked after as well. So yeah, my role is basically just making it all happen. It's probably hard to explain because there's so much involved. I guess we could be here for about 3 or 4 hours, but we don't want to go down that path. You don't want to look at my head for that long. Sunraysia have got a sunny TAFE that do Cert 4 in horticulture, which a lot of necessary courses are in that to do with irrigation and spraying, and you get these sort of tickets. You got to do these courses to get these tickets, forklift drivers. So you could say, probably them 3 core things. It doesn't matter what you do in horticulture, as far as it might be melons or it might be citrus or it might be grapes or it could be growing anything, but they're the sort of tools that you can develop and use elsewhere, yeah. Probably over the past 3 or 4 years, there's not a lot of youth coming through, I've noticed. Even in a lot of the contracting side of things, you sort of don't get to see a lot of people advancing in this style or in horticulture in general. So you could probably say every second grower I talk to a lot of growers, obviously, and everyone's looking for that one person to give them a hand. Like we're one of them people that are always looking for that person to take a role in the nursery industry. Like I said, I'm 38, but I'm one of the, you could say, youngest people in the industry that's trying to carry on with it. I think horticulture is definitely a good industry to get into, and I'd encourage youth youth to get into it, yeah, just find what you want to do and stick with it.